Hey guys, we're the Southern Beer Review, John and William. We are safely home from our Blue Ridge Parkway trip. We've done a couple of videos from Rock Scout Brewery in Hoover, but now that school is kind of set in, we are going to try to, not exclusively, but bring you as many Oktoberfests as we can from around Birmingham, because this is the time of the year, late August, September, that the Oktoberfest start coming out. And this isn't hard to figure out, and you probably could have guessed it, but we chose to start here at the Birmingham District,
old stomping grounds,
which is our favorite place. Their Oktoberfest just came out yesterday, which is Friday the 25th, and I'm going to let John tell you a little bit about the beer itself.
Honestly, I don't know a ton about it other than I've had their Oktoberfest in years past and really enjoyed it. I know a lot of breweries don't use necessarily the same recipe every year when they come out with their Oktoberfest, so I'm excited to see if this one is any different. I'm expecting good things. I love the glass. I may have to take one of these glasses home.
Yeah, kudos to them for putting them in these like beer steins.
Yep. So I'm ready to try it. It's about 5.3%, which is, I would say, perfect alcohol for an Oktoberfest. It's really hot today. Weather's not best for this. It'd like to be a little cooler, but here we go.
We're not going to rush through it, but after a couple of sips, it's outstanding. It's got a great malty flavor. Caramel.
A hint of sweetness.
Right, and it's very refreshing too. Of course, it may be one of those things where an Imperial Stout might be refreshing today on a day like this. But anyway, it checks all the boxes for an Oktoberfest.
I would say it's got just a little hint of as strange as it sounds, I'm getting a little hint of fruit in it, a little hint of maybe even lemon.
Yep.
Lemon zest.
I agree. Yep.
It is, oh, wow. I mean, that is just, okay, I had some beer last night, I'll just tell you guys, but this is so much better than the beers I had last night.
Yeah, it's,
and I'm not knocking those. There were some microbrew or some craft beers that I had. I won't name them by name. This is special to me.
The Oktoberfest tradition obviously goes back hundreds of years in Munich, which is considered to be the capital of Bavaria in southern Germany. It's kind of like a month-long celebration of German culture and heritage in beer. And I'm gonna be honest with you, unless I can't think of too many Oktoberfests that I've had for Birmingham breweries. So I'm excited that over the next couple of months we're gonna and like I said, we're not gonna exclusively do Oktoberfests, but we're gonna try to bring you as many as we can from the Birmingham breweries.
We're try to give you a good sense of what's out there, what our favorites are. I know Good People has one just off the top of my head.
Highwire, you said?
Highwire has at least a sort of seasonal, October seasonal kind of beer, a Marzen that they've got out that we would include. And I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't looked into it. I wouldn't be surprised. Cahaba usually does one, an Oktoberfest. So there'll be some other ones to do. But honestly, I'm just super impressed with these guys. And I told myself before I came that I was going to take this really slow, but I'm having a hard time. It's so good, and you just want to. It's a little bit chuggable.
Honestly. Again, it's the malty flavor is excellent, crisp, caramel taste. And like John said, I can't pinpoint the actual fruit, but it does. It's a very quenching kind of flavor on the back end, unlike any Oktoberfest I think I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Oktoberfest is a lager, but a lot of times they seem a little heavier. As they should, I think. They're meant to be a little heavier, a little meatier.
Right.
But this one seems to bring the heaviness and the drinkability in just such a strong way that I'm a huge fan. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll go first, and then I'll try to keep either of us from chugging the rest of it. Again, I'm impressed, and this is no secret. If you've watched our videos, Birmingham District is my favorite brewery in Birmingham, if not period. And I mean, really, the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because I've never done that before. So I'm going 9.5. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, maybe John will surprise me with something, but I'm gonna go 9.5.
Yeah, and I want to say something about the 10 thing. Like we sort of, when we started, we were like, let's just be very careful with our 10s, because that should be reserved for something that's just absolutely special. And I'm thinking one of these days it's going to happen. One of these days it's gonna. But I'm like William, like that was my first thought.
Right.
But I'm not quite ready to send this one to that stratosphere yet. So I'm going 9.52. But honestly, I can't think of another beer with the exception of maybe the high wire, was that called the Old Northern lager?
It was the Old North Lager, and they renamed it because of the
Yeah.
PC and
There's some
incorrect.
connotations there. But anyway, that one I think was also a 9.5.
Yeah.
So this is probably right up there with the favorite beers we reviewed. So
Yeah, I don't think we've had many that average at a 9.5.
No, we
so
haven't.
anyway, once again,
We're
guys,
setting the bar high here.
once again, it's late August, and between now and let's say the next 2 months, between now and Halloween, we're going to try to bring you as many Oktoberfests as we can. Come down to the Birmingham District, and also come down on Saturdays and see our friend Chris, who works at Ghost Train, but he and his wife have this food stand over here that's just amazing. So
Yep.
you need to come down and see him and check
nice
out the
guy.
Oktoberfest.
And I'll give you one little, if I can, if you'll just hang on with us for about a minute. I want to give you a preview of something that we've been talking about that's coming for the future too. So besides the Oktoberfest, we are going to try to bring you guys our first blind taste test. Sometimes it's easy as a beer reviewer to get influenced by what you already know about a beer. We're going to try to start with something with some local Birmingham Pilsners and lagers. Get somebody to assist us so we don't know what's what, and do a little taste test on video for you. So that's in the works. Subscribe and like us if that sounds like the kind of thing you would like to watch, and you'll be notified when it
And
comes up.
if you think of ways that we can get the word out, like we're going to do this anyway. I don't care if 15 of you watch or 1,500, but help us think of ways we can spread the word. And we appreciate you guys watching. Come down to the district, check out the Oktoberfest.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.